Good evening. My name is Tom Katona. I'm an associate professor of innovation and entrepreneurship at Cal Poly, and welcome to Innovation Quest 2021, an event so bold, so aspirational, a global pandemic could not stop it from happening. I'm so excited that to be able to, for the first time in over 15 years, broadcast this event out to the many friends, supporters, and students that normally just know of an event that happens behind the scenes in a secret room on campus that we then have an award ceremony for. I'm excited to be able to share the innovations of so many of our students with you this evening. After I make these introductory remarks, we'll be shifting over to the videos of each of the student innovators and updates from many of the IQ alumni from the past 15 years. And then eventually we'll get to the end where our executive director, John Townsend, will be presenting the awards, and students will be taking home $35,000 in cash. Speaking of the awards, I'd like to acknowledge some of our financial supporters. We have many financial supporters at the CIE, but I'd like to acknowledge several specifically who helped to fund this event this year. Rich and Jackie Boberg, Brett and Leslie Eldridge, John and Sheila Lake, Brett Goodman, Bakir Begovic, and Mike Ritter. Thank you so much. We'll give you a huge virtual applause right now. I'd also like to thank some close friends of mine that helped each of our teams prepare this evening. Lori Jordan and Jim Finwick have a unique ability to meet each of our students exactly where they're at, pull them forward, and propel them into the future. And I'd like to acknowledge the hours they put in helping all of our students this year. And last, I'd like to thank the staff that actually makes this happen: Nicole McAllister, Stephanie Zombeck, Ryan Pavoni. They do tremendous work putting together the visual content you'll see, organizing the event, and putting out all the communications. I'll say great things now. If you're looking to poach any of them, I will be a terrible reference. So don't even think about it. Now, before we get started, I wanted to explain a little bit of how we ran Innovation Quest this year, because it was obviously a modified format with all of us working and living remotely. We had teams of students from across campus submit online applications. We had 50 teams of students submit, of which we down selected the 12 finalists. The 12 finalists met this morning and had Q&A with a panel of judges, executives who have decades and decades of experience throughout many industries. It was sort of like Shark Tank, but with a room full, or with a Zoom room full of people who are all wearing green and gold and were far kinder than the people that you see on Shark Tank. They each met. We decided the awards, and we will be awarding 4 awards this evening: a first, second, and third place prize, and a special prize for the Brett and Leslie Eldridge Environmental Impact Award. During the presentations this evening, we will be showing you short versions of each of the presentations that the finalists, final judges evaluated. And during that time, I will be putting contact information from some of the teams in the chat window in case you'd like to reach out directly to those teams afterwards, to just congratulate them on their effort, or to decide whether they need $2 million or $3 million of your hard-earned cash. Now, on to the judges. I'd like to specifically thank them. They put in a number of hours, including over 5 hours on Zoom this morning. 5 hours at Zoom on a Saturday morning is not the most enticing entry to your weekend. And not only do we not pay them, most of them are paying us. So let me acknowledge Rich Boberg, Laura Pickering, John Lake, Brett Goodman, Tony Miley, Brett Eldridge, Bert Forbes, Clint Oram, Chris Cruttenden, Chris Lowe, and Biren Sood. Thank you so much for making this event happen. And now, enough of me, and on to the presentations you've been waiting for. You're about to hear from 12 great teams of student innovators from across campus, students that look at the world, know it could be better, and put in the effort to do it. I'm inspired every year by them, and I look forward to you being inspired this evening by these great students and what they're working on. Now, let me turn it over to IQ alum and friend Eugene Lee to begin our introductions.
Hey, Innovation Quest. My name is Eugene Lee. I am the CEO and founder of a company called Channel Meter based here in San Francisco. So I graduated in the class of 2007 from the College of Business. I was not a competitor in IQ at the time. I actually was the very first entrepreneur in residence, what I think is an overglorified term for marketing assistant of the position I applied for. But that said, me prior to transferring down to Cal Poly, I was working at startups here in the Bay Area. And I knew from the Bay Area, the schools here like Stanford and Cal, they really embraced entrepreneurship. It was part of the program, it was part of the academic programs. Back then, entrepreneurship was barely a concentration. So there was this big gaping hole, and then I fulfilled it by running the Race Your Business Plan competition and also Innovation Quest. And also just to kind of share like how the sentiment of entrepreneurship back then, IQ, I think they still had the same pool prize back then. They were giving away $30,000 for an idea competition and only 15 entrants before I joined. And I thought that was insane. So I had to get involved and change that. But that said, it changed the trajectory of my career and where I am today. We took the winner of Innovation Quest, brought him up to a venture fund here in Palo Alto, a venture fund called JFJ, Draper Fisher Jurgensen, and they had a competition where they brought all the California business plan competition winners when that was a thing, and they awarded $1 million. So through that, I got to meet another company, and I joined them, and that started my journey in the world I am today. So that said, IQ was hugely important to me. Today, I'm excited to introduce to you Business Outsider, which they layer in business technology news with a little bit of comedy. And in a day like today, who doesn't need more comedy? That said, I want to wish you guys the best of luck. Thank you, guys.
Hi, my name is Ross Levine.
And I'm Sean Riley.
This is Business Outsider. What is Business Outsider? We are a satirical tech and business publication. We create satirical videos on our TikTok, satirical articles on our website and newsletter, and satirical images on our Instagram page.
And here's what our website looks like. So as you can see at the top, we have different categories like business and tech. And here's what a recent article that we wrote. To hit aggressive environmental goals, Starbucks decides to shut down company. And then here's one of our favorites. Amazon acquires your sister. So this is the sort of comedic voice that we're going for with our articles. It's very business oriented, but it's funny. It's satire.
So everybody knows that satire brands are based on the real world. The Onion is written in the style of the New York Times, the Babylon Bee in the style of Fox News, Hard Times in the style of the Rolling Stone. So not only can they satirize these brands, but they can also take those audiences that have already been created and turn them into satire fans. So what if you're a fan of Forbes or Business Insider or Wired? Currently, there's no satire brand for you, and that is where Business Outsider fits in. So the competitive analysis, Business Outsider is going against a lot of comedy brands like The Onion and meme pages on Instagram and Reddit and all kinds.
Oh, Ross, I actually changed this one. Can I take this slide?
You changed it?
Yeah. So
Sure.
If you think about it, it's fairly obvious who our biggest competitor is, right? It's not that easy it's fairly obvious. It's the IRS, okay? It's a little known fact that the IRS takes 30 cents of every dollar we make in profit, which is tremendously limits our growth. It's also why Ross and I made a trip to the Cayman Islands last month.
No, Sean, we can't tell them about the Caymans.
Why not? The Cayman Islands is a beautiful island.
The IRS is going to be on our ass, Sean. We can't tell them about this. We have to skip this.
Why? It's an important part of the business.
Skip this slide, Sean. Skip
okay.
This.
All right.
Go to the state.
Okay. So how exactly are we going to use tax havens in our corporate structure? Well, basically, we have a network of subsidiaries in the Cayman Islands.
Don't show them Jerry. Don't show them Jerry.
Why
oh
not,
my God.
Jerry?
Skip this.
All right, Ross. Fine.
Skip
Fine.
this. Oh my God, our current state. We're incorporated as
You're hysterical right now, Ross.
We won first place in the elevator pitch competition in 2020. We wrote an Amazon top-ranking comedy book entitled "Winning the Race to the Bottom." We have a writing team of 9, which is currently growing. And we also have hundreds of thousands of website views and thousands of active social media fans and followers. So we're really pumped for success. And we have nothing to do with the Cayman Islands.
I guess not. Thanks for listening. Scan that QR code, get a copy of our book for free. And thanks for listening.
Don't tell anyone about the Caymans. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sarah Dellaripa. During the 2018 Innovation Quest competition, I pitched a concept for a paper-based test strip to be used as an early warning for severe bleeding after childbirth. From there, I ultimately decided to seek out Equalize Health, a nonprofit medical device company, to propose my concept to. I'm currently working with them as an advisor, and I hope to see my concept, which began here at Innovation Quest, come to life with a compassionate team who I love working with. I'm here today to introduce a brilliant group working to improve reproductive health. Having witnessed this group grow out of the women's health technology class that I teach here at Cal Poly, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce to you Avibrush. They're a group working on a novel saliva-based ovulation predictor device in the form of a toothbrush that enables families to take control of their conception process by providing them a discreet and easy-to-use method to track their fertility window. I hope you enjoy.
Hi, everyone. We are here today to talk about Avibrush, a novel saliva-based ovulation predictor device in the form of a toothbrush, enabling couples to take control of their fertility. We're a team of biomedical engineering students here at Cal Poly. I'm Janice.
I'm Grant.
I'm Grace.
I'm Tina, and we're the Avibrush team.
Now, let's dive into the problem at hand. 1 in 8 couples struggle with infertility each year. This number is only expected to rise as the first-time pregnancy age increases and fertility rates decline. The fertility window is something that most couples will become very familiar with during their pregnancy journey. It is a 3 to 5 day interval around ovulation, during which intercourse leads to the highest chance of conception. However, it is difficult to track as it has no clear signs, varies person to person, and month to month. Fertility tracking can add stress to an already stressful pregnancy journey. This is where Avibrush comes in. Avibrush equips women with the knowledge of their fertility window, enabling them to take control of their pregnancy journey. Avibrush uses a fertility indicator that is easy to access and produces rapid results. The easy-to-use design capitalizes on a habit stacking approach that uses a habit that we're all very familiar with, brushing our teeth, to reduce the cognitive strain and stress of fertility tracking. Now let's take a closer look at the product. Avibrush consists of 3 main parts: a replaceable toothbrush head, the main body that has a saliva monitor, and the charging station. The photos on the right show how saliva changes during the menstrual cycle. These changes can be tracked with a microscope and a pair of trained eyes. However, this approach is inaccessible to most people. This is where Avibrush comes in. Avibrush measures the resistivity changes in saliva to equip women with the knowledge of their fertility window, hassle-free. To get Avibrush to the stores near you, we will finish our product development, partner with local clinics in San Luis Obispo, and then expand to stores across the US. We aim to equip you with the knowledge of your fertility window to reduce the stress of your pregnancy. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Trisha Compass Markman, and I competed in IQ in 2007 and placed first with our technology, H2O to Go, a compact water treatment system for disaster relief efforts. The IQ competition funding supported my master's thesis in civil and environmental engineering to design and create the water treatment technology. And in 2010, I founded Day One Response to commercialize the Day One water bag for humanitarian and military applications. We deployed in over 35 countries, providing over 40 million liters of clean drinking water, employing several Cal Poly grads, and having the support of IQ throughout the lifetime of the company. Following my tenure at Day One Response, I am now at VentureWell, a nationwide company supporting early stage entrepreneurs working on hardware technologies that have either an environmental or social impact. Thus, it is my pleasure to introduce Mesro Energy, creating a solar cell composed of hemp waste fibers and other organic materials to generate affordable and environmentally friendly solar solutions.
All right, this is our company, Mesro Energy, and we're focused on sustainably designed portable solar cell chargers.
According to an analysis by Environmental Progress, solar panels create about 300 times more toxic waste per unit of electricity generated than nuclear power plants. For example, if solar and nuclear produced the same amount of electricity over the next 25 years that nuclear produced in 2016, and these wastes were all stacked on football fields, the nuclear waste would reach 52 meters high, not even visible on this chart, while the solar waste would reach 16 kilometers high, twice the height of 2 Mount Everest. We are here to tackle this mountain of a problem. Our team plans to create a sustainable portable solar charger with the goal of beginning the discussion towards complete renewable solar energy.
We believe our customer archetype will be for portable solar chargers will be people such as hikers, campers, fishers, any other people who love to go out in nature. The people in this market are environmentally conscious and know the value in sustainable products and operations. So our solar charger will be addressing the lesser known issues of solar cells while offering the solution to the market that will most value our product and its capabilities.
Hemp was a widely used material of the pre-industrial era, and with the passing of the Farm Bill of 2018, there will likely be more hemp waste available now than ever before. The hemp textile industry has uses for the main components of the plant, stem, leaves, and seeds, but has not found a use for the stalk, bast fibers, leaving them as a waste to be dealt with. We want to use these bast fibers and turn them into activated carbon nanosheets. By using these waste-based hemp carbon nanosheets, our solar cell will have the distinct advantages of greater sustainability, a wider range of operational conditions, and lightweight when compared to current solar cells that use silicon as the main electrical component. Hemp has many advantages as an organic material. For example, it can be easily recycled or degraded when desired. It can grow in almost any condition without decreasing the nutrients or biodiversity of the surrounding area, and it can be made into a cleaner alternative for many harmful products we know and use today.
90% of installers don't have a program set up for the end of life of a solar project. Every year we add millions of pounds of PV waste into this cycle, with the hope that someday we will have a recycling solution for this non-biodegradable waste. Getting older, I saw more of this truth behind many so-called eco-friendly products. In their essence, they lacked sustainability. Now, as the environmental crisis of climate change unfolds before us, we felt we had no longer the choice to be passive bystanders. We knew we wanted to focus our efforts on a more sustainable design and production method of a solar cell. In doing so, we aim to support our triple bottom line and return those savings back to our customers through affordable portable solar chargers. Thank you very much.
Hello, IQ. Hello, Cal Poly, current students and alumni. My name is Pat Pizzette. I'm one of the founders of Grind's Coffee Pouches, along with my business partner, Matt Canepa. We competed in IQ back in 2009 with a product called Grind's Coffee Pouches. Proud to share Grind's is still going strong. Our product was a healthy alternative to chewing tobacco that was using no tobacco, no nicotine. It was coffee. So a healthy alternative, and we marketed it to Major and Minor League Baseball. That was our pitch back in 2009. We were fortunate to execute on that pitch, bring our product to spring training. I'll skip a lot of cliff notes, but we got some traction in Major League Baseball, some appearances in ESPN the magazine. A very small business was shot out of a very large cannon when we appeared on Shark Tank, and that was around 2013-14. And as of late, what we're up to now, it'd actually be a lot more fun to show you than to tell you. We took our business to 10 years and moved it to the Midwest, from San Francisco to Indiana, to bring what you see behind me, production in-house. So we brought R&D, innovation, product testing and development. You can see it's quiet in there. We have the day off, our staff does. But we are proud to announce we brought it online during a pandemic. We thought that was a smart move to keep innovating. I know that's part of the policy of Innovation Quest, so hopefully we're living up to the hype. Please feel free to reach out. We're happy to connect with any current Cal Poly students and alum, help out however we can. And speaking of current students, I'm here to introduce today Fearless Fitness Kids. Fearless Fitness Kids aims to keep kids healthy, active, and entertained in a safe manner through workout-based interactive video games. I was a gamer back in the day, still am. I have a 2-year-old. I'm very interested to see what you all have planned. Here's Fearless Fitness Kids. Thanks.
We all know that kids today are consumed by technology, and it's gotten to the point where it distracts them from getting physical activity. And unfortunately, many parents turn to video games as sources of entertainment. Now, watch this girl who would rather sit and stare at a wall than play outside actually start to enjoy exercise when we let her try out our Fearless Fitness beta game. And as you can see, she's just as into this game that actually gets her moving and active as she previously was with Minecraft only a few minutes earlier. Getting kids to fall in love with exercise early on. This is why what we're doing is so powerful. Fearless Fitness is an immersive online platform with story-based video games where the core mechanic is exercise, meaning kids get to log on and do the thing they love most, play video games, and they'll be having so much fun that they can't even realize that they're exercising. Even better, parents will feel at ease knowing that this platform is keeping their kids healthy. Now, this is a sample of our MVP beta game that we use to start gaining some customer feedback.
Attention, you have been chosen to help save the lost treasure. The world's fate is in your hands.
So kids get to become the main character by getting on their feet, jumping, moving, and dodging obstacles. In this scene, they're told to run in place and jump to dodge different obstacles. In this one, they're told to flap their arms like a bird in order to get to the top of the mountain. And kids love it. We also invited multiple teachers to try it out in their classrooms. And this video was taken from a kindergarten class the first time they tried out our game. As you can see, the kids are screaming, jumping, and so utterly excited, they couldn't contain themselves. And this classroom is not an outlier either. We tested this game with over 400 users, and time again, it's clear that kids love it. Our platform will allow access to a library of immersive virtual worlds that allows them to connect and compete with their friends. We're also bringing in motion tracking, a previously high-budget technology, to our users' home computers through novel machine learning techniques. We imagine a future where kids can become the newest member of their favorite superhero team or Nickelodeon show, able to interact with the virtual world and go on missions with their childhood heroes. All the while, parents love the fact that their kids aren't only getting professionally endorsed fitness training, but also discovering how much fun staying fit and healthy and active can be. We have an amazing team with a diverse set of skills, and we've worked together over the past year developing our beta game, and we're working endlessly to make Fearless Fitness Kids a reality. We are looking forward to seeing you on our platform one day, and we can't wait for you to go full screen. Your adventure awaits.
Hi everyone, my name is John Clary and you may remember me from the 2019 IQ competition where we introduced Physio, the device that allowed you to do physical therapy in the comfort of your home. After our absolutely devastating loss, we did continue on with the design iteration as part of our senior project, but after graduation, the majority of our team went on our separate ways to pursue careers all over the West Coast. After Cal Poly, I followed my dream and I've become an industrial designer at Flex, an electronics manufacturing services company where I focus on consumer product design for our lifestyle segment in the Bay Area. After suffering from another running injury and going through another 6-month stint of physical therapy during the pandemic, I'm very excited to announce that I've been inspired once again to take on physio as a personal project, and I'll be providing updates through my personal website, johnclary.com, and our Instagram at GetPhysio. Another team member, Jessie Franco, has started her own company called Canopy Natural that's using natural ingredients to fight the pain, itching, and discomfort of insect bites. And you can join the waitlist at canopynatural.com. We hope you join our journeys and reach out to learn more. Now, on to what you're really here for. I'd like to introduce Innovation Quest finalist Perch Sensing. Perch Sensing is protecting lives and property by detecting wildfires in vulnerable and remote areas. They're doing this by distributing a network of sensors across the power grid to monitor the surrounding environment. Good luck, Perch Sensing, and good luck to all the other finalists.
Hello, everyone. I'm John.
And I'm Brooke.
And with the rest of the team at Perch Sensing, we are working to stop wildfires starting here in California. Last year, California went through a terrible wildfire season. 10,000 homes burned and my family was evacuated. But living in California, I don't need to express how serious this problem is. Our solution is the Perch Sensor, a low-price module for high-resolution environmental sensing. The Perch Sensor predicts conditions that would cause wildfires and prevents large-scale disasters. It detects problems in and around infrastructure before the fire starts. In its long lifetime, matching utility company replacement cycles saves money for utilities on installation costs. Over the past year, we have designed the Perch sensor that can successfully stream temperature, humidity, and line movement readings. But our system really shines as a full-fledged network. Each sensor is connected to a specialized gateway with a range of 10 kilometers that rapidly streams data to our Perch cloud, creating a comprehensive view of weather patterns and regional threats. To prove our concepts, we use datasets from California's largest utility companies to predict the effectiveness of Perch sensors on 7 of California's deadliest fires. We're excited to find that 3 out of 7 of those fires could have been detected immediately, and approximately 33 sensors were within a mile of the fire origins. You can find out more about this using the QR code.
Our sensors would be sold directly to utility companies, with the initial purchase covering the sensors at cost to allow for manufacturing and deployment, following with a monthly service agreement to cover the unfactored in costs that the utility companies are then able to spread among ratepayers. This agreement also includes continuous access to our curated data sets and other raw data. Other channels of distribution include online data sales and a long-term goal of becoming the standard for government safety mandates. Through these streams of income, we're looking at a gross margin of 60%. We're happy to announce that Perch is rolling out sensors around San Luis within the next 2 months. From here, we plan to partner with small utilities and apply our technology in high-risk areas, with a long-term goal to verify our algorithmic efficiency and perform lab testing to meet our 2022 goal of partnering with large utilities. Here we have our diverse team who is all very passionate about solving this problem. Our vision is clear. By 2030, we intend to have 75% of California's power grid protected by Perch. The future we envision is one where the safety and livelihoods of communities is prioritized and that a more resilient California is realized. Our powerful sensing technology tackles the problems associated with the cause of deadly wildfires. Perch's innovative sensing technology can detect and predict threats as they happen, using a suite of sensors and cameras to monitor the environment. Our novel solution can be paired with any existing grid management software for easy integration with any utility company. And please use our QR code to check out our website to find more information about Perch Sensing. Thank you.
Hello, Innovation Quest. My name is Caitlin Henry, and I'm a Cal Poly class of 2016 entrepreneurship alum. I competed in Innovation Quest back in 2016 and actually worked with 2 companies in the competition that year. First was a company called Pivot, an IoT company focused on helping waste management firms optimize their pickup schedules by dumpster volume. The second was a company called Spot Drop, an ag tech company that helped vineyard owners reduce their water consumption and improve crop quality through precision irrigation that was purpose-built for grapevines. Pivot only lived on as a senior project, but Spot Drop actually continued on to become a company. We were admitted to the Hothouse Incubator Program in the summer of 2016, and my co-founder, Adrian Eden, continued to run the business as CEO for a few years thereafter. The business wound down in 2018, but Adrian has actually continued on to found another business called Share the Wealth, which he's working on today. He definitely got bitten by the innovation bug hard thanks to programs like the CIE and Innovation Quest. I actually moved over to the other side of the table and have been working in early stage venture capital for the past 3 years. I'm a vice president at a firm called OpenView in Boston, Massachusetts, where I lead our investments in infrastructure, security, developer tools, and big data. And now I'm really excited to introduce Framework, a dignified tiny home community equipped with the facilities and ongoing services that invite those living on the street to change their lives for the better, starting with their first focus on taking care of veterans who've served their country and aiming to end homelessness for all. Tackling homelessness is definitely an issue near and dear to my heart, and I cannot wait to hear the pitch. Without further ado, here's Framework.
Hello, I'm Nash Elder.
I'm Bowen Schwer.
And I'm Sarah Holland.
We are the Framework team, and we're aiming to change lives and change communities. So, homelessness is a huge problem. Cities are full of homeless individuals, and it's really sad walking around the streets and seeing people suffering in conditions that really no one should live in. There are 580,000 homeless people in the United States, and the chronically homeless cost taxpayers up to $50,000 a year. Homeless shelters currently can't manage, and cities are struggling to accommodate the growing population of homeless, amplified by COVID-19. There's really no solution right now that gives the homeless individuals the dignity and the motivation that they need to get back on their feet.
So our solution consists of standalone prefabricated shelters that can be arranged to form a village. This village would be surrounding a central location with a kitchen, bathrooms, laundry, and other essential living facilities. Each unit contains a place to rest, climate control to stay warm or cool, and a safe place to store belongings. Most importantly at Framework, we understand that the solution to homelessness requires more than just putting a roof over their heads. For this reason, our solution also offers a platform to connect to wraparound services. This is what we believe will be our innovation and differentiate ourselves from our competitors. This platform, as seen on this slide, will consist of a financials tab, resident database, and employees tab. Most of our current competitors have the units designed, but no framework on which to run the village.
Our user is the homeless veteran, and we decided to start with veterans because people are more willing to help those who served our country. And then after we establish our brand, we plan to expand to all homeless individuals. The value proposition for our user is providing privacy in their individual unit, security behind a locked door, and connection to existing resources so they can address their physical and mental health needs. Our customer is a city manager, county official, homeless coordinator, or really any other person that works with the homeless services for a city. And the value proposition for our customer is we are beautifying their city, making a safer community environment, and easing public backlash. Finally, this brings us to our team. We have an entrepreneur and 2 mechanical engineers, and we have the passion, grit, and motivation to bring Framework to market. We all truly believe that everyone deserves a roof over their head and an abundance of support. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ryan Dunn, the CEO of Mantis Composites. I had the privilege of competing in both the 2015 and 2016 Innovation Quest, and at the time I was pitching a carbon fiber 3D printing system and the business around it. In 2015, we had a non-working prototype and no real business model. And in 2016, we had a business model, but still no working prototype. I believe Tom described the prototype at the time as being made from bubblegum and wire. But despite this, we managed to win in 2016. And this really allowed us to succeed, both in getting the prototype working and building the business around the technology. Now we print hundreds of parts a month that go into next-generation satellites, drones, race cars, defense systems, for both the United States and countries around the world. In essence, our job is to make the fastest machines in the world go even faster. And innovation funding really made that possible. For a group of geeks like us, there couldn't be a better job. Today, I'm happy to introduce some fellow big machine geeks, albeit from a more down-to-earth industry. The large, round bale handler team has created a machine to load, stack, and unload 18 by 1,000 pound round hay bales onto a flatbed equipment trailer. This eliminates a tractor and operator from the hay hauling process.
Hello everyone, my name is Garrett Forbes and my master's project here at Cal Poly is the design, construction, and analysis of a large round bale handling implement. So in any hay operation, we have to get the hay from the field in which it was produced to the storage location, and this is one way of doing it. I just have a regular pickup and a flatbed trailer. I drive through the field and then I have a tractor here in the background that individually loads the bales. So we're just making use of existing equipment. I have this stuff, the truck, trailer, and tractor that I use for many things throughout the year. The big downside is it requires multiple operators. So out in the field, you have the truck driving around because the bales are scattered all over the place. And then you have a tractor following along and individually loading the bales. An alternative to this would be to purchase a bale handler. So this machine right here is really the only bale handler on the market that can handle plastic wrapped bales. We wrap bales in plastic, we bale them at a high moisture content, wrap it in plastic, and it kind of preserves it by fermentation like silage, so common in wet climates. Anyway, this is just a one machine, one operator type of method. So there's no additional tractor loading bales, and it's task specific. This is only used for this specific task. And remember, very expensive. So the objective of my project is to develop a cheaper method, cheaper, more universal round bale handler. So like I said, I have that flatbed equipment trailer and many farmers have similar trailers, and I want to put an attachment on my trailer. So this is my bale handler that I have designed. It just goes on my standard trailer, and then I can use it for the couple weeks of the year that I'm hauling hay, and then I can take it off and use my trailer for many other things. So by making use of my existing trailer, I can make this significantly cheaper than this implement out here. It's going to operate at a similar capacity and speed to this trailer, And it also will work with plastic wrap bales, because if I can handle plastic wrap bales, I can handle bales that aren't wrapped in plastic. These are just a little bit more delicate, so you can't rip the plastic. Another big thing is that I can travel at freeway speeds. Because it's just a regular truck and trailer, I can drive the posted speed limit. I'm not limited to only going as fast as this tractor goes, which here in California is less than 25 miles an hour. So that's some of the main objectives of my project. So the current state, I have the front portion built that actually grabs the bales. So you can see I have Danfoss +1 electronic control. So you can see I move the joystick here, and then it's talking to a microcontroller at the back here that runs the valve block. So it kind of runs through the sequence. It's important that this will be up in the operator, the cab of the truck with the operator. So it's important that I make the controls nice and ergonomic. So you can see I move the joystick one direction, and this kind of goes through this sequence of events. It's just like load bale or, you know, reset to grab the next one. So thanks for tuning in and checking out my project. I look forward to hearing the results, and good luck to everyone that entered into the Innovation Quest.
Hi everybody, my name is Haley Pavoni and I'm the founder and CEO at Passion Footwear. We are a disruptive shoe company that has created the world's first fully convertible high heels, as originally invented during my junior year at Cal Poly. We are proud members of the Innovation Quest class of 2017, and it's crazy to think about how far we've come since that competition. Looking back, this is actually the prototype that we presented at IQ. As you can tell, it's 3D printed parts glued onto a Dr. Scholl's midsole. By no means stable or functional. In fact, Tom Katona actually managed to break the prototype in the middle of our IQ presentation, but no hard feelings. In spite of that initial faux pas, we were still able to take home the first place prize that night. And I'd like to think we put the $15,000 in prize winnings to good use. You know, since then, we have made the shoes look much nicer. I'm happy to say they do work now. They no longer spontaneously collapse under your body weight, which is a big step in the right direction. We formally launched our e-commerce operation to the public in June of 2019. And since then, we've raised over $3.5 million in venture funding. We've sold over 10,000 pairs of shoes to our first 7,000 customers, netting our first million officially last month, which we're super stoked about. And most recently, we aired on ABC's Shark Tank Season 12 back in February, which was a major dream come true for me. And I just know that none of this would have been possible without the initial vote of confidence and support that we got from both Innovation Quest and the CIE at large. So to all of you donors out there, thank you so much for everything you do. All of your contributions make a huge difference for these student entrepreneurs. And on that note, it is my pleasure to introduce another fantastic footwear company coming out of Cal Poly, Intego Sports. They are developing athletic footwear that will improve the durability and lifetime of a shoe threefold. Take it away, guys.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alexandra Jolson, and I'm the president and CEO of Intego Sports. Our team is creating footwear that won't fail you. As an avid soccer player, I've always bought what's known as the best cleats on the market. But every season come game day, I find myself on the sideline wrapping my cleats in multiple layers of duct tape just to hold them together. The best cleats on the market cost me over $200 and can't even handle a single season. That is not good enough. As it turns out, this isn't just a problem for me and my teammates. We have discovered through over 1,000 customer interviews that the vast majority of soccer players see the durability of their cleats as the #1 issue with their equipment, and this all breaks down to delamination, which is the separation between the upper and the sole of the cleat. Athletes are actively trying to find a solution, but there's currently nothing that satisfies the consumer. Until now. At Intego Sports, we have created an entirely new and game-changing manufacturing process, which is durable, long-lasting, and environmentally friendly. We expect to triple the lifetime of any shoe we produce in comparison to shoes made by other methods. Additionally, we have completely eliminated the usage of chemical cements in our process, which are the most toxic and harmful chemicals used in footwear manufacturing today. Our design can be used to create almost any kind of shoe, so long as it consists of an upper piece and a sole piece. Our claims of improved durability are supported by engineering teams from the world's leading footwear mold maker and the world's largest chemical supplier. And our novelty has been validated through a search of over 800 patents and our filed utility patent. The market for a product like this is massive. We will initially enter the market targeting competitive high school soccer players in the US. Following that, we will expand our marketing efforts to include other cleated sports, which is a $7.7 billion opportunity. Finally, our total available market includes the entire athletic footwear market in the US, which is a $98 billion market. Behind the scenes, the Intego Sports team has been working fiercely on this company for a little over a year. In that time, we've made several major pivots, placed first in both the Cal Poly 2019 elevator pitch competition and startup marathon, hired a new full-time team member, and legally incorporated as a Delaware C Corp. We are also leveraging a growing roster of advisors and partners, including Rich Smelzer, the founder of a shoe product that sold the Crocs in a deal worth $20 million, Haley Pavoni, the CEO of Passion Footwear, Wade Matawi, the author of the How Shoes Are Made series, Andrew Coven, who is the prior president of e-commerce for Steve Madden Footwear, and William Howe, a corporate financial expert. Now, who is ready to invest in footwear that won't fail you?
Hey everyone, my name is Sam Batesh, and I competed in IQ in 2015. Won $5,000 for getting third place, which was pretty sweet, and got us surprisingly far in our entrepreneurial journey. So thank you to a lot of the people probably watching this for helping make that happen. Brand Plug, as a reminder, was a pay-per-view influencer marketing company. So we were trying to bring performance-based buying, like you'll see with Facebook ads and Google ads and virtually every other type of advertising online these days, but to the influencer marketing world of paying YouTubers and Instagrammers, and if we were still around today, TikTokers, for promotion on their social channels. Using that, that mechanism as a superior way to get more ROI out of your spend. That company didn't end up working out, but we did do over $500,000 in sales through that company, which I'm still kind of blown away by because it did not feel real as I was starting it. Serious imposter syndrome. But ended up allowing me to get the best job I could have possibly asked for out of dropping out of college, where I was actually the only marketing person at a startup called Hush. It was an online cosmetics retailer. I joined right when we raised our $13 million Series A, spent around $10 million on marketing, worked with over 3,000 influencers, drove over $40 million in revenue. Incredible experience. These days, I'm actually doing a startup studio, sort of like the company Atomic out of New York that launched Hims and like 30, 40 other startups. So I'm serially launching different companies. We won't get into what they are yet, or now with 18 seconds to go. But anyway, without further ado, I want to introduce you all to InstaMove, a prop tech platform that helps renters find the housing they want fast and move in easily without paying a security deposit or too high of elevated upfront costs.
Hey, my name is Mohammed, and I'm the founder at InstaMove.
Hi, my name is Andrew, and I am the CMO at InstaMove.
At InstaMove, we are building the first online marketplace that allows people to lease a property without paying the security deposit.
Why are we doing this? Well, moving sucks. Finding a place to rent is a huge waste of time and money, especially in a high-demand market like California. In California, renters have to pay huge upfront fees, and the whole process of finding a place takes months. At InstaMove, our goal is to eliminate fees and increase the speed of finding a place. We will provide an online platform for finding housing opportunities, as well as an insurance system that gets rid of the upfront costs of application fees and large security deposits. Users of our platform will receive instant background checks and credit scores, and on top of this, they can directly message landlords and sign contracts all in the same day. In fact, most applications will be considered within 12 hours by the landlords. Not only does our platform save time though, we also save money by requiring a one-time application fee of $25. And we also provide an insurance service that completely eliminates the need for tenants to pay security deposits. In a place like San Francisco, this saves tenants thousands of dollars in upfront costs.
More than tens of millions of people in the United States live in rental properties with less than $4,000 in their savings account. We think it's a great opportunity for us to help millions of low-budget families, the younger generation, especially students, to save their time and money. We are focusing to launch our product in Bay Area and New York and Texas.
Hi, my name is Cindy Collin. I'm the CEO and the co-founder of Dateoro Devices. I completed Innovation Quest in 2018 for a project that I was working on as a biomedical engineering student at Cal Poly to use visual and auditory cues to help a person in the community named Jack with Parkinson's, help him overcome a symptom called a freezing of gait. After Innovation Quest, we went through the accelerator program, went into the incubator program. We raised about $1.5 million from angels and got not only founded the company, but also got the device out to market. So I'm now still running that company. The device has been on the market for about a year now, so we're about to go into our first institutional fundraising round to be able to really scale up and grow and get the next ride out to everybody who needs it. I am so excited to introduce the finalist company called Lymbotics. They are developing upper limb smart prosthetics that can automatically select the proper hand grip configuration based on the target object and the position the hand is in. How cool! Welcome, Lymbotics.
Thank you, Sydney, for that great introduction. Before we dive right into it, first let's meet one of our early adopters, Jake. Jake is 23 years old and lost his left dominant hand 3 years ago. We met Jake through the Sacramento Amputee Support Group, and he shared with us what it's like to use a bionic prosthetic arm to pick up an egg to make some breakfast. So you start by picking the egg up off the table, right? The hand starts in this neutral grip position, and you have to click through the different grip options available. This is done with a sensor on the surface of the skin that generates an electrical pulse when you flex your muscle. So he flexes his muscles. 1, 2, 3, 4. There, now he's at the sideways power grip and now must carefully squeeze his muscles another way to get the hand closed without accidentally breaking the egg. This is how Jake used to go through his mornings before he got too frustrated with the process and figured he could get it done faster and better with his residual limb. This is a very common story. Like Jake, 60% of amputees in the United States don't use a prosthetic device in their day-to-day life. Firstly, as you saw with Jake's example of picking up a relatively simple object, switching between different grips is time-consuming. Secondly, grasping objects with no feedback is difficult. It's easy to break or drop sensitive objects like eggs. That brings us to the third and final problem resulting from the combination of these two. It takes a long time to be able to effectively use a device like this. 4 to 6 months of guided training is typically required. Our solution tackles these three problems with a smart prosthetic arm that creates an effortless experience. Here's our computer vision system as it takes a picture of what's nearby. It then passes this image to our artificial intelligence system that recognizes the nearest object. Like this, it can see that this is a banana. It then correlates the objects it recognizes to a database of the right grip to choose and moves the fingers into an initial position. And the user just has to do the final close command. Now we can imagine what Jake's morning will be like with our prosthetic.
With our prosthetic, it's a truly effortless experience compared to the status quo. The magical moment occurs when the hand sees an object and changes grip without any user input. Then you squeeze your muscle to close the fingers around the object. When you want to set it down, you can flex the same muscle to signal the fingers to open. It's incredibly simple muscle movement that's easy to do and even easier to remember.
We were able to build this prototype so quickly because we are a passionate team of engineers that works at a blistering pace. We formed our organization completely coincidentally 4 days before the IQ app deadline. After we made it into the finals, it took us only 1 month to build our IQ demo. We've been showing our demo to local amputee support groups, which has been getting us beta testers voluntarily signing up before we even ask. We're on track to be working with a local prosthetist and get our device fitted for beta testing within 2 to 3 months. After that, we want our first MVP available within 7 months and hit our first few sales in Q1 of 2022. And that's our quick summary of what we've been up to. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ian Alexander. We competed in Innovation Quest in 2011 for a product called Tech USB that automates the computer repair process. We launched commercially a year later and participated in the Cal Poly Slow Hot House and bootstrapped for quite a few years after that, launching a second product in 2015 called Kabuto. We grew the team to 8 people and raised a small round of funding from friendly, slow investors, and eventually did a merger in 2017 with an industry partner called Repair Shopper. Together with Repair Shopper, with our combined bigger teams, we launched a fourth product called Synchro and grew the company to over 80 employees around the world. We're completely remote, and we are on track to be over 20 million in annual recurring revenue by the end of this year. But that's enough about me. I'd like to introduce you to Slowlar, who is looking to maximize the residential solar panel owner's investment by keeping more money in their pocket at the end of the billing period.
I'd like you to think about the last time you washed your car. Did you wash it yourself in the driveway, take it to the car wash, or leave it up to the rain to clean? If it's the latter, watermarks and other environmental residue may still be apparent. Now, try picturing yourself in the shoes of a residential solar panel owner. When was the last time you cleaned your solar panels, or have you cleaned your panels at all? Just like your car, solar panels need regular cleaning too, and here's the data to back it up.
Residential solar panel owners are unknowingly losing up to $600 per year due to soiled solar panels. The soiling of these panels result from dirt accumulation over time, dry weather conditions, wildfire ash, bird poop, and environmental dew, leaving solar panel owners at the confusing crossroad of whether to clean their solar panels or not. This is where solar comes in, and we hope to increase the homeowner's return on investment by simplifying the when and how to clean solar panels. Powered by data from National Weather Services and customers' solar panels, our software algorithm is designed to provide homeowners with an estimate of how much money they are losing per year due to dirty solar panels. After this initial evaluation, we offer our customers with 3 different avenues for them to optimize the efficiency of their solar panels: Amazon affiliated links, third-party window cleaning referrals, and an autonomous cleaning robot.
So, who's the team behind all this? We're Solar, and we are a diverse team of 6 engineers and 1 businesswoman, all brought together through Cal Poly's Entrepreneurial Senior Project. Our team brings a broad range of academic focus and industry experience ranging from entrepreneurship, web development, consumer electronics, cloud technologies, electronics manufacturing, and defense. We've been working remotely due to COVID-19 in this past year, but we're still pushing through together to progress forward, collaborating on the first iterations of our software and hardware prototypes. Your solar purchase was an investment. Now it's time to make sure you're maximizing your returns with solar.
Hi, my name is Arlie. I went through Innovation Quest in 2013 with my co-founder Rupak. We developed a lightweight, free-form material called Spongecrete. It had a ton of cool properties, but we weren't sure what to do with it commercially. So after Innovation Quest, we went through the accelerator program and incubator program at the Hot House, trying to figure out what to do with it. Very early on, we made a bunch of pivots and ended up developing from that original material a non-toxic fire retardant that we could apply to other materials. In 2014, we formed a company called Megamatter to commercialize that technology, and we've been working on it ever since. Today, it's on a part-time basis, but for a long time, it was basically the only thing that I did with my life. We've had a ton of ups and downs, but it's been a phenomenal journey, and I am so grateful to everyone at Innovation Quest and the Hot House and CIE for believing in us, and in turn, giving us the confidence to believe in ourselves. So without further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce you to Artifacts, which is saving architects and contractors a lot of time and a lot of money by making it a whole lot easier to measure buildings and turn those measurements into drawings. The device uses LiDAR and machine learning and is small enough to fit on a tool belt.
Hello. Architects and construction professionals are wasting time and money using old technology to do their drawing. For the first step, a small renovation seen here in white, they are spending 12 hours doing something that we think should only take 2. We are Artifacts, and we are here to change the way these drawings are done by improving drawing workflows with LiDAR and machine learning. Existing options have failed to improve these workflows, wasting these users' time and their clients' money, both major pain points in our survey firms in the local area. We combine LiDAR technology with machine learning into a simple, inexpensive device that eliminates up to 80% of total time versus both existing alternatives and the current system. Here's how we do it. This small handheld device, equipped with a directional LiDAR sensor, human interface buttons, and a modular microprocessor, serves as a direct one-to-one replacement for an existing popular professional tool. This is the first time that such a small device could be equipped with such a powerful sensor and compact compute power. By simulating floor plans and turning them into small chunks of code, we're able to compute custom floor plans for our users incredibly fast, helping them save time and money. LiDAR is seeing wide adoption, fields from mining to trucking, with prices of individual sensors shooting down due to use in autonomous vehicles, making this the first time such a product could exist. We are ready to get beta samples into the hands of architects here in the Central Coast for free by September 2021, offering them a leg up over the competition and providing meaningful feedback for our product and technology. I look forward to introducing you to our team and exploring all the places our technology can disrupt existing markets. Thank you.
Okay, hello everybody. I hope you enjoyed those videos as much as we did today. And as you can imagine, the judges had quite the chore earlier this morning to figure out who the winners are of each of the 4 awards that we're going to be awarding in just a couple of moments. My name is John Townsend. I'm the Executive Director of the Cal Poly Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship, the CIE. And I first of all want to thank those who founded the Innovation Quest program, which actually precedes the CIE, and that those founders are Rich Boberg, Laura Pickering, and Carson Chen, who was also one of our 12 judges at the session we had earlier this morning when we went and selected the award winners. I would like to first thank all of the alumni who recorded the introduction videos and shared a little bit of an update on what their journey's been since they've been involved at Cal Poly and the CIE. And as you could see from many of the stories that they shared with us, we measure success not by a startup that is, so-called successful by whatever measure, but really by the success of those that we engage in entrepreneurship at Cal Poly that go on to be successful in life, regardless of what path they take. So thank you to all those alumni who came back to record the videos and introduce each of our 12 teams tonight. I'd also like to thank all of the students that participated in the program this year. It was not an easy year for anybody, and for you to persevere and rise above and do something good with the time that you've had throughout this year and really work extra hard on putting together your startup so that you can be selected as one of the 12 finalists in Innovation Quest this year and do such a great job in presenting your companies. I really applaud all of you for doing well. And want to remind everybody that regardless of who wins tonight, we have many, many examples of those who may not have won one of the awards at Innovation Quest, but have gone on to be successful in their own right, whether it's into any of our other programs or just persevere in their journey to actually launch their company. So regardless of the outcome, you all did fantastic, and we encourage you to keep with it and follow your path and your journey. And finally, I'd like to thank all the viewers who are joining us tonight. Thank you for being with us. We hope you appreciate the format, and we're really proud to be able to put the Innovation Quest program on tonight. So on to the awards. And as Tom Katona mentioned at the beginning, we have 4 tonight. We're going to begin with the Brett and Leslie Eldridge Environmental Impact Award. And to present that award, I'd like to introduce Brett Eldridge.
Thanks, John. So I just want to echo, first of all, thanks to you and Tom and everything you do. I've been involved with Innovation Quest for, 7 or 8 years. I'm a 2-time Cal Poly graduate and totally support the Learn by Doing mission. And it's just thoroughly amazing and inspiring to see what students do. And it has been a hard year in many different ways, but to be honest, it's really hard to pick the winners this year because there's so many great ideas and so many students doing amazing things. So, I'll echo this. Congratulations to all the finalists. You all have done amazing to get where you are so far. I'm really, quite honestly, highly encouraged and inspired by what you do. The environment is what I would call an existential challenge. But with challenges, there's opportunities. President Biden recently said that fixing the environment problem will create jobs, and I honestly believe that to be true. And I think this will be an example of that. So, when I was talking to John and Tom about this, my wife and I thought it would be great to have an award for a group that is going to help solve that problem. And so, we had a few groups this year that could do that, but one stood above the rest. And so I'm really happy to present the award to that group. I think Tom's going to potentially show something. There we go. So congratulations to the team at Perch Sensing. Obviously, this is close to home, being in California. But the fire problem is big here. It's only going to get bigger, and it's a big problem around the world. And so I really want to congratulate the team. I know you guys have been at it. I've seen you present before. I want to really encourage you to keep going. And this is just one way to make that happen. So congratulations.
Brett, thanks to you and Leslie very much for sponsoring the Environmental Impact Award this year. And Perch Sensing, congratulations on your win. Way to get the awards portion of the event started. I'd like to next go to our third place award. And that award is worth $5,000. And again, the judges really had a challenge choosing who was going to win each of the awards tonight. But for the third place award, I would like to announce the large round bale handler. Congratulations to Garrett Forbes and your win. I think there was also a side award from the judges on the most explicit company name. So you also win that award tonight. Garrett, great job. You really did a fantastic job presenting your solution, and we look forward to continuing to work with you. And I think the world will benefit by you being able to bring your product to market. So thank you very much, and congratulations, Garrett Forbes. I would now like to go on to the second place award, and that is the Rich and Jackie Boberg second place award. And to present it, Rich Boberg.
You have to hit, okay. I can't tell if I'm live or not.
You're live, Rich.
Okay, the big picture just goes away and shows somebody else. Hi, I'm Rich Boberg and my wife Jackie Boberg, and we've at least I have for the last 15 plus years been seeing many IQ contests, and this was a very unique one, being remote, and I thought it went very well run by the team and very well run by all of the participants. So for the jump right to the winner of the second place award is Artifacts. Be able to measure the rooms with up to 80% less work by the architects. So really proud to announce that. Thank you.
Rich and Jackie, thank you very much for your generous contribution in presenting the second place award to Artifacts this year. Artifacts, congratulations, great job. Obviously, you represent the university very well, and also the College of Architecture and Environmental Science. So congratulations to Artifacts. And so without further ado, I would like to move on to our first place award. That award is worth $15,000. And as I can tell you, this award goes to a very deserving team in a very challenging competition. And the winner of this year's Innovation Quest Award is Fearless Fitness Kids. Congratulations to Fearless Fitness Kids and the team. You did a fantastic job today. I think I can echo the sentiments of all of the judges that were duly impressed, not only with what you're bringing to the world as far as, value to keep our children, athletically fit and engaged, but also in a novel use of technology, which is simple, easy to understand. And we believe that you have a very viable path to being able to bring that technology and that solution to market. So congratulations to Fearless Fitness Kids. So that wraps up our awards ceremony. That wraps up Innovation Quest 2021. We are really proud and pleased to have been able to bring the event to all of you tonight. I want to extend a personal thank you to Tom Katona for organizing and leading the coordination and putting in the yeoman's effort to really bring this to fruition. It is an event that absolutely serves as a beacon to all those students who have ideals on being able to really launch their startup company, and we really appreciate that. I would like to thank everybody who's in attendance tonight. We will be sending out a follow-up email that will include a link to the recording of tonight's event. It will also include links to each of the companies that participated. We, again, as Tom said earlier, encourage you to reach out and engage with those teams, whether it's just to thank them for their participation, congratulate them on their participation or award, and engage with them going forward in a way that you might be able to provide support. So thank you. That wraps up our show tonight. We wish everybody a good rest of your weekend. Thanks for being with us. And we will see you all on Wednesday, May the 12th at the May Forum, where we will announce the 8 teams that will be participating in this summer's accelerator program. Be safe, be well. We'll see everybody soon. Good night.